Welcome, I'm Adina Wancha, and I guide high-achieving men and women create extraordinary lives and loving, ecstatic relationships. The intention of this podcast is to empower both men and women when it comes to life, dating, relationships, and intimacy. I believe that by both men and women being healthy, powerful, and loving, we can be in thriving romantic partnerships and create a better world together. If this is something you resonate with, then please keep listening. In this episode, I want to share with you some powerful tips on how to have pleasant experiences on dates. Why is it important to have good experiences when dating? Because dating with purpose can be quite challenging. You are looking for one person, but to find him or her, you will have to meet and vet tens of people. And that can get tiring, and also you can start getting discouraged because you are not getting the result you want as fast as you would like. Maybe you've been single for some time, or you really want to become a parent and you feel that you are running out of time. So you might start getting impatient and even frustrated with the dating process. I get it. I am dating for marriage too, so I know it can be quite challenging. That is why I am sharing these tips with you. I want you to start enjoying more the process because the truth is, no one knows when you and how you will meet your person. It may be in a month or in a year from now. What I've noticed from my personal experience is that when you have some good dates, although you might discover some major incompatibilities between you and the other persons, you get to have a good time. You get to meet some amazing people who, although might not be the best fit for you, will have many of the qualities you are looking for in a partner. So you will feel replenished and enthusiastic about dating again. And that is a great energy to be in when you are dating. So that is why I'm sharing these tips with you. Pleasant dates are the fuel that will keep you going when you are dating with purpose. Imagine you are starting a journey across the country, and even though your gas tank might be full as you leave your home, it will start depleting as you drive. So you need to refill it. Think of pleasant dates like the gas you are putting in your tank to keep you going in the process of meeting your future wife or husband. The role of first dates is to see if you want to go out with that person again, not to see if they are the one who will be your wife or your husband. So stop putting so much pressure on yourself and on the people you date to figure out everything from the first one, two dates. Start seeing the first dates as an opportunity to get to know yourself better and to meet great people who, although might not be your ideal partner, are wonderful in their own way. Of course, not all people you'll meet when dating will be amazing. However, you can start learning how to make the difference between people you wouldn't want to meet and people you would like to spend time with by having higher standards, first for yourself and then for the people you choose to go out with. For example, I'm very picky when it comes to the people I choose to go on dates because I value a lot my time and energy. So I get to meet amazing people because I vet them first. Knowing how to properly vet someone is something I go deep in when I work with someone one-to-one. However, I have other episodes in which I give you great tips that can help you make the difference between people you would want in your life and people you would rather not have anything to do with. For example, the episodes How to Recognize and Stay Away from Weak or Predatory Men. The episode 5 Things Men and Women Need to Pay Attention When Dating. And the episode 7 Qualities You Need to Look For in a Romantic Partner are great resources that can support you in making better choices when it comes to the people you date. I will link all of them in the description box. Now, Let's get into the tips I prepared for you today so you can have pleasant experiences when dating. Tip number 1. If you are using dating apps, have a video call to see if this person actually looks like their pictures and to see how the two of you vibe together. Dating apps are a way in which you can meet people. However, most people who are on a mainstream dating apps aren't that interested in a long-term relationship or aren't that great human quality. That is why it is important to have a video call first. 1, to see if they actually look like in their pictures, and 2, to assess if they are pleasant to talk to and you have some things in common. As I said, having higher standards and vetting people will help you choose better people to go out with. So have a 30-40 minute video call to get to know them better and see if you two get along. If you have a pleasant conversation and they seem to have a good energy, then schedule a date. And if you are a woman, please, ladies, allow the man to ask you out on a date. If the phone call doesn't go well, you can tell them something like, "It was great talking to you. However, I noticed we would be incompatible because, for example, you want to have a family and I want to have a more freedom lifestyle, or you want to live in a big city and I want to have a more secluded lifestyle," or whatever incompatibility you notice while you're talking to them. Or if you don't notice any incompatibility, but you just don't like their energy, you can say something like, "It was great talking to you. However, I don't feel we would make a good match. You are such a nice person, and I wish you to find the best man or woman for you." Most people will understand and will respect your decision. However, to avoid any negative consequences from someone who is an undercover crazy person, use apps like Telegram or Wire, where you don't have to give them your real phone number, and you can easily block them if they behave like crazy people after the conversation. If you are dating for marriage, I strongly recommend that you state this in this first conversation. And here is how you can say it in a way that doesn't put pressure on the other person. You can say something like, "It's lovely to speak with you, and I am curious to know about your intentions when it comes to dating. As I stated in my online profile, I am dating for a long-term relationship or marriage. What type of relationship would you like to create in your life?" And notice what they say. If you're not convinced that they're honest, ask them why they want to create a long-term relationship or a marriage. Their answer will give you more insights on their true intentions. Being clear and upfront about your goals will help you filter out those people who aren't on the same page with you. This will save you time and emotional energy. So don't be shy to speak about this on the video call. It's essential to meet people who want the same type of relationship you want when dating with intention. Tip number 2, be authentic. A common definition of being authentic is living your life according to your own values and goals, rather than those of other people. Put simply, authenticity means you are true to your own personality, values, and spirit, regardless of the pressure that you're under to act otherwise. When dating, it's tempting to try to present the perfect version of yourself, but true compatibility comes from being genuine. Be yourself, quirks and all. The right person will appreciate the real you. Plus, being authentic makes dating less stressful and more enjoyable. Show who you are by talking about what matters to you, stating your opinions in a respectful manner, Speak about your dreams and desires, about what makes you feel loved and appreciated. Behave in a way that is you. Don't try too much to be liked by the other person. So don't be overly kind or generous or funny or silent if you're not usually like that. If you're dating for a long-term relationship or marriage, you will have to be this version you are displaying on dates in that relationship too. And if you pretend to be someone you are not on dates, your relationship will be built on a rocky foundation. And relationships built on a weak foundation do not last. Also, show some of your quirks. For example, I always laugh on dates because I have a colorful laughter that not everyone might enjoy. And I laugh a lot. So I want this person to know this about me now so they can see if they truly like me like this or not. Also, I easily share my opinions about topics in a respectful manner, and although the other person might disagree, I don't try to convince them to see things how I see them. I allow them to state their opinions and say something like, "This is a point of view I haven't considered before. Thank you for sharing it with me." This doesn't mean that I agree with them. It just means that I understand they have a different opinion than mine. Authenticity nurtures deep connection. And if you're listening to this, I think you want to feel deeply connected with your future partner. So speak about the things that bring you joy, about the kind of life you want to create with your future partner, about what you value, about how you see the world, and make sure to behave in a way that shows the real you. Why create a false persona whom you won't be able to sustain for too long? For true love to be born between two people, they need to be true to themselves first. They need to take self-responsibility for becoming better people and partners, and they also need to truly accept and respect each other. We all have flaws, but what matters is if this person can accept your flaws and you can accept theirs. And when I say flaws, I am thinking of little things, not on major behavioral issues that would make this person a horrible partner. Do not overlook and tolerate bad behaviors. Bottom line, you want the other person to grow in love with who you are, not with someone who you are not. So make sure you are true to yourself when you go out on dates. My mindset set on this is I would rather be disliked for who I am than be liked for someone I am not. And not all people will like me, and that is something absolutely normal. Tip number 3. On the first date, talk more about what you envision and desire for the future than bonding over past traumas. We create our life by deciding where we put our energy, on the past or on the future. While you want to have some deeper conversations about your past experiences, do not do this on the first 2-3 dates. These dates are more to see if you like being around this person and if you two are aligned in terms of desired relationship styles, dreams, and goals for the future. So don't share too much about intimate things, traumatic experiences, or relationships you had in the past. It's too much too soon for that. Instead, focus on experiences you would like to have with your future partner so this person gets an idea about what life would look like with you. Also, talk about things you are passionate about, for example, climbing mountains, or about things you'd like to learn more, for example, a course or a training you'd like to do, or about things you are good at and you have knowledge and experience with. Again, focus on positive experiences, on your dreams and desires, instead of talking about traumas. If you keep dating this person, you'll have the opportunity to speak about those too. Tip number 4. The place and the activity influence your state of being. So choose a location where you would actually enjoy being in or you are curious about, and an activity you like or is neutral for you. One reason why many people don't enjoy dating is because they either go to places they don't really like or they do things they don't actually enjoy. For example, I do not like crowded places. I like peaceful places that have some nature. That is why when I go out on a date, I make sure to communicate my preferences to the man who asks me out. I either tell him a few places I would like to go, or I tell him what kind of places I enjoy so he can choose one. For me, it would be an ordeal to meet someone at a busy cafe. That is why I do not go out on dates in busy places. Also, I wouldn't like to go on a first date in the park, although I like nature. I see walking in the park as an activity I do alone or with my friends, not with someone I am romantically dating. I prefer a hidden tea shop or a pleasant restaurant for a first date because that would create the space to have deeper conversations, which I enjoy. After the first date, I am open to doing other activities. For example, I was once on a date where we played tennis and I had a lot of fun. Also, I wouldn't put myself in a dangerous situations. I would enjoy a walk in the nearby forest or climbing a mountain, but I don't see this as appropriate activity for dating as I don't really know this person. I believe that in dating, especially for women, safety comes first. That is why it's very important to meet only in public spaces that are easily reachable. Also, I believe that the dates should take place in spots that both people would like to be in or are curious about. I see no benefit in having a date in a place where one might not enjoy. I have a rule that I will go on a date in a place that is peaceful and beautiful. And as I said before, I let the man know. Because a man doesn't guess what a woman wants and likes, but when she communicates that to him, he can make it happen. Men need us to tell them in a respectful manner our preferences. A quality man will want you to have good experiences in his company, while a man who is too selfish or doesn't care about you will impose his wish or will manipulate you to do what he wants. This is a red flag. Ladies, stay away from men who don't take into account your likes and preferences. Those will not make good partners. And because I believe in reciprocity, I want the man I am meeting to also enjoy that place or that activity. That is why it's good to talk about the location and the activity in an open manner and not do anything or go anywhere where it wouldn't feel good for both of you. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go out on dates in places where you'd feel good and you do things that both of you enjoy or at least find neutral. Also, a very important aspect to consider when going out on dates is how you dress. Men and women are usually in extremes when it comes to dressing. I believe that both men and women should make an effort and dress attractively and comfortably. As a man, you can put on a shirt and a pair of pants, maybe even a blazer. Don't go in jeans and t-shirt, please. And for the ladies, don't overdo it. Don't wear your highest heels and your tightest dress. Dress in an elegant and comfortable manner so you make a good impression and also feel good. For example, I love wearing dresses on dates that are smart, elegant, and I like wearing comfortable sandals or shoes. And if you don't have clothes that are both elegant and comfortable, I strongly suggest you go shopping and improve your wardrobe so you have some clothes you can wear mostly when dating. First impression matters, and although how someone dresses is not the most important thing when choosing a partner, I believe it's important to dress in a pleasant manner and to make an effort to dress better. Tip number 5, keep the conversation balanced. On dates, it's important to share about yourself and to also listen to the other person so you get to know them better. Make sure you talk. Don't go there to just listen what the other person has to say. State your thoughts and opinions in a respectful manner. Speak about what you enjoy, what you don't like, what makes you happy, what your dreams and goals are for the future, what you like doing in your spare time, something you are passionate about, something you are curious to learn more about, etc. There are so many things you can talk about with another person that there is no reason for you to be silent. And if you are a shy person, then you need to become more conscious that you need to make an effort and speak more than usually. Don't you want the other person to hear about you and your life? I'm sure you have interesting things to share. In the other extreme, there are people who speak too much because they're either anxious. So if you meet one of these people, make sure to politely interrupt them and state your thoughts or ideas about the topic too. Important. Avoid dating people who only talk about themselves. They most likely either are not that interested in you or they are too self-centered to be able to have a healthy relationship. How do you make the difference between someone who speaks too much because they are anxious and someone who speaks too much because they are selfish? You listen to what they talk about. Someone who speaks too much because they are anxious will talk about multiple things, some of which are not related to them, like world events or books or people they admire, while a person who speaks too much because they are selfish will speak mostly about themselves and how special and amazing they are, and they will have this braggy tone. Stay away from these people. They will most likely not make good partners. Sometimes men get into this energy of showing off when they really want to impress a woman. And this is what I have to say about this. Gentlemen, if a woman is smart and wise, she will see how amazing you are. You do not need to show off. Actually, showing off can be a turnoff for some women, so she can be repelled by you if you try too much. Tip number 6, learn from each experience and don't overanalyze. Not every date will lead to a second date, and that's okay. Instead of getting discouraged, view each experience as a learning opportunity. What did you like or dislike about the interaction? What did you like or dislike about this person? What can you improve on next time? Each date is a chance to refine your approach and clarify what you are looking for in a partner. Also, it's easy to fall into the trap of overthinking everything. What they said, how they looked at you, or if they'll text you back. Overanalyzing can take the fun out of dating and lead to unnecessary stress. Focus on enjoying the moment rather than dissecting every detail. Bottom line is, if someone is interested in getting to know you more, they will initiate or accept to go on a second date. And ladies, if a man doesn't ask you out again, he might not just be that interested. The same way if a woman doesn't accept to go out on a second or third date, she might not be that interested either. Don't make a big fuss about this. And if you need some help in dealing better with rejection and ghosting, listen to my episode, How to Deal with Rejection and Ghosting When Dating. Tip number 7, build a life you love outside of dating. Don't put your life on hold while you're searching for your person. Continue pursuing your passions, hobbies, and personal growth. A fulfilling life makes you more attractive and gives you more confidence, which is incredibly magnetic. Plus, it takes off the pressure of finding a partner as you are already happy with your life. This is not only a tip, it's a mandatory key for finding the best partner for you. Unhappy people cannot create happy relationships. I am going to say this again. Unhappy people cannot create happy relationships. So focus on the things that bring you joy and fulfillment and on your overall well being. Remember that dating, especially with marriage in mind, is a marathon, not a sprint. In a marathon, you want to make sure you have plenty of inner and outer resources that can keep you going. Focus on creating a better life for yourself. This is the only guarantee you will have that you will actually live an amazing life. Your partner, if you'll choose him or her wisely, can only add to your life, but they cannot create it for you. Tip number 8, trust your intuition. If you want to know people on a deep level fast, look at mainly 3 things: what they talk about, their behaviors, and their energy. What people talk about shows what they are focused on. Someone's behaviors shows what they are capable of. And someone's energy shows who they are. If you get a negative gut feeling about someone, although that person might say and do all the right things, listen to it. Do not dismiss it. When I decide if I go out with someone, I first put things through my logic, but my intuition has the last word. And there have been times when I didn't listen to my intuition and I didn't have such a good experience. That is how I learned to trust this gut feeling, although it didn't make sense. My intuition has never failed me. In case you doubt yourself or you don't have such a good relationship with your intuition, you can start to test it. Notice what deeper feeling a person gives you when you interact with them. And then, as you get to spend more time with them, notice if that first impression was accurate or not. And when I say deeper feeling, I am referring to that soft voice that says, this person is not whom they portray to be. Or, this person is pretty awesome, although they are a little bit shy. Intuition is not loud like the ego. Intuition is like a summer breeze. It touches you lightly. That is why it is very important to start tuning into your body more. Why? Because intuition speaks through the body. That is why it is called a gut feeling. You feel it in your body. Become a student of yourself because your intuition is one of the most important skills, if not the most important one, that can actually save your life. And it can help you create the life of your dreams because intuition is your soul whispering to you. So you'd better listen to it. Tip number 9. Appreciate the other person's qualities while also observing their off behaviors if it is the case. A great way to create a pleasant connection with someone is to compliment them genuinely. Maybe you like their shirt, or their eyes, or their smile, or how eloquently they speak, or how smart they are, or what a good listener they are, or how knowledgeable they are in a certain topic. Whatever it is, find at least one thing about this person that you like or admire and tell it to them. They will most likely also say something about you, which they appreciate. And this exchange will make both of you feel good about yourselves. Just pay attention so you don't get into an energy of complete idolatry with this person and you stop seeing their off behaviors. This man or woman may be very physically attractive. However, you are there to see who this person truly is. So don't brush off rudeness or disrespect or meanness. You can both compliment them and take note of their off behaviors. Just because you like certain features or behaviors someone has, It doesn't mean that now you become blind and you do not see bad things if they show up. Be in an energy of, I want to see this person for who they are, with the good, the bad, and the ugly, so I can make a conscious decision about them. And last but not least, tip number 10, stay patient and kind to yourself and celebrate small wins. As I said earlier, dating for marriage is a marathon, not a sprint. Be kind to yourself when things don't go as planned. Patience is key, and trusting the process will help you maintain your sanity and your optimism. Your person is out there, and it's okay if it takes time to find them. This doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It just means that you placed a specific order with God, and God is now working on it. And sometimes it takes more time. It's easy to focus only on the big goal, but don't forget to celebrate the small victories along the way. Whether it's a great conversation, a fun date, or realizing what you truly want in a partner, acknowledge those moments. They will keep you motivated and remind you that even though you haven't met your person, progress is being made. And progress means that you are on the right track. Now it's just a matter of keeping going. And if you're committed to creating the best version of yourself and of your relationship and you resonate with me, you can work with me one-to-one in my The Queen or The King coaching packages. And you can find the links for the programs in the description box. Thank you for your time and energy. And if you found this episode helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. More goodies are coming. I hope to see you again in my next episode. Until then, keep evolving, loving, and creating. Bye.